Complainers never win, and winners never complain. Let's talk about that today on the Tune Up. Hi, I'm Dr. Gary, and welcome to the Tune Up today. Complainers never really get ahead in life. Complaining is just complaining. How many of you know someone who chronically complains just about everything? And if you notice something, their life never changes because they're focusing on what they don't want. You hear me talk about this all the time. But here lately, I've been noticing a lot of people just complaining about everything. They complain about the government. They complain about how much money they make. They complain about their house. They complain about their kids, their wife, their car, the weather. They're just complaining about everything. They're complaining about the way they feel, the way they don't feel, and so on and so forth. One of the things we have to realize, there's this little thing that Wayne Dyer once told me. He says, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And you have to really realize that, because if it is going to happen in your life, guess who's going to make it happen? You. Complaining is only going to put you behind more and more every time you complain. In fact, the people around you, nobody wants to hear it. You may wonder how come you have certain kinds of friends. Most of your friends will probably complain with you. You know, as the old adage goes, misery loves company. Well, the problem is that company keeps attracting itself to you, and it's going nowhere too, because those people are also complaining. Complainers are another word for losers. It's an excuse. A lot of people complain because somebody has something and they don't, or they worked hard. How did somebody else get so far ahead in life? Well, I'll tell you how they do it. They focus on what they want. They focus on the blessings in their life, not the things that are going wrong. Listen, if things don't go wrong in your life, you're never going to learn anything. The point of it is, we all go through stuff. In fact, there isn't one person alive, no matter how rich or poor, that just doesn't go through a lot of crap all the time. The people that complain about it attract more of that crap. The people that rise above it by working through the problems, thinking about it, finding a solution, working through it, now have a new resource. The next time that thing comes around, it's going to be easier for them. And they can challenge other things in their life that seem to be getting in their way. And if they keep climbing that mountain, eventually they're going to get to the top. The complainer just digs a ditch. It gets deeper and deeper, and it gets more miserable and more miserable. If you complain all the time, you're going to lose friends, you're going to lose loved ones, you're going to lose people that love you, and you're going to find yourself very alone. And the only thing that's going to attract you are more complainers and more misery. What I want everyone to do, and I've had to go through this myself. I've been a chronic complainer much of my life. I've had to learn how to achieve through working through the problems. And the thing of it is, you can do it. All of us can do about anything we want to do if we put our mind to it. But as long as we're complaining, our mind is not solving the problem. It's just complaining about it and nothing gets done. And that's how can we get nowhere? I'm going to ask all of you to take a look at some of the things you complain about. And it seems innocent at first, but then turn that complaint around and ask yourself the old thing that I always say, what can I do today that I wasn't doing yesterday that's going to push me ahead tomorrow? And rather than complain about it, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience and how can I solve it? I can guarantee you, if you will do that, things are going to change. And you're also going to feel better. Complainers create misery. When you complain, it makes you feel bad. Your brain hears you say those things and starts believing it, and it's all a bunch of BS. It doesn't even exist. The complaints don't exist. The complaints are a perception. And if you look at them as something different, something you can learn, something you can solve, it'll change everything. Let's work on that. Let's play around with that. In fact, what do you got to lose? Give it a shot. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary wishing you an extraordinary day. And always remember, Henry Ford once said, if you think you can or you think you can't, either way you're going to be right. And that also goes with the complaining. Bye-bye.